ahoma no so ne ni owura Adib Sani or executive director Emma Jatike Center for Human Security aba ahoma no so ye no bon komo de afa ho be me na UTV suni o ma hen
yeah
boko de
boko
yo enyam bia de akoso South Africa yi eno nti ne ye frɛ wo hu ni sei ba bambo nsemu a.
Well, very unfortunate. Were implications for regional security because there were quite a sizable immigrant community in South Africa. There were Swaziland, there was Zimbabwe, there were other countries from Eastern Africa, and there were a very huge Nigerian community, especially Durban, Pretoria, and other parts of South Africa. And immigrant communities were also engaging in different economic activities, to say buying and selling, to say the provision of services, plumbing work, electricity, anything, So the also hard, especially the fact that about South Africa, the history of South Africa. The whole of Africa, just to fight against the unjust apartheid regime in South Africa. One of the youngest countries in Africa, independence in 1994. So is marked a betrayal of the very principles and values especially the African National Congress, the ruling party currently represented. And I'm hoping that different African countries would take it upon themselves to register almost displeasure by, first of all, summoning the various South African ambassadors all across the continent and registering almost displeasure also by at least sending a charter to the South African government to rain down on their people to stop what is going on. Just almost deputy chief of police or justify attacks. And it is particularly disturbing because to bring the politicians almost justify their costs, because currently the African National Congress, the last election, almost votes victory, especially in the hinterlands and in poor neighborhoods too, especially the economic freedom fighters, and only the Julius Malema. So there's a conscious attempt by the politicians to regain leverage, among the poorest. So because to say, instead of them coming out to condemn in no uncertain terms and to put strategies in place, so at least the effects were mitigated, or rather, political experience. So, and so, much pressure through many means, even if it means placing certain sanctions on South African businesses, at least politicians no pressure to act.
Musa womo ene Nigeria for na nya de ye betumi aka ne se Ghana for ho so mu ye save de.
Well, you see, who share the narrative about new immigrants, all right, but particularly Nigerians, because Nigerians, like I indicated, almost those who are on and in many instances, are more confrontation with the South African counterpart, especially in trade. To say the echo to Kumasi magazine, because almost Nigerians almost inferior products, but South Africa, they sell it at cheaper prices and all that. So we share the nitty-gritty from a scientific perspective issue way, echo beyond xenophobia, which is the fear of foreigners, but rather economic, social, and political in nature. Because the problem is South Africa probably almost and some are almost and your immigrants are almost. So they always feel that the immigrants are coming to take away our jobs. A lot of South Africans are very disenchanted, are very frustrated about the economic issues in that country, because almost corruption degree, especially under former President Jacob Zuma. Not Indians do no almost contract the Gupta family at the point Zuma temple almost Zupta, to say a merger between Zuma and the Guptas, former friend of Gupta. So issues has created so much frustration, and that frustration is what is turning into belligerence. And yes, they look for the most convenient excuse, which is, only immigrants, almost constituting. Because one of the justifications is the fact that immigrants almost perpetrate criminal activities. But also police statistics, just before the grant interview, I was looking at the police statistics in South Africa. Most, like over 90% of criminal cases reported, especially in the slums, yet perpetrated by the South Africans themselves. So it's incredible. And I think it is high time various countries issuing travel advisory to almost citizens living especially living in South Africa. And the normal circumstance by this time, the foreign ministry should have, as a matter of urgency, announced who South Africa on a non-relevant, like here, excuse, and our reason who South Africa, no, and yet so necessary, and yet so urgent, amen. But still, we are with our advisory. And I wonder to what extent have we given advisory to Ghanaians on South Africa and a contingency measure in case attacking Ghanaians? Yeah, need. You see, and this is dangerous because the veterans and to be control then we start running out of job and looking for solutions. Because issue is very serious, and you're the first time and you're the second time, you're short and you're the last time.
Papa ni chechema wode amaye ebusuafo eye Adib Sani we executive director Emma Datike Center for Human Security and Peace Building wono ene no atwetwe nkomo ede afa ene mo hosema ekoso e South Africa manu emu no ho ye to akase bo no eso